Hello and welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Primetime English News with me, Suchitra Rajkumari. The headlines first. Former Union Minister Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan urges to draw lines on land, not on people. Calls for geography-based delimitation in Manipur. Just and Fair Delimitation (JFD) continues to conduct discussions on issue of holding Census 2027 in Manipur with the aim to educate and invoke public opinion in the matter. Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries Bhupatiraju Srinivasa Verma visited None District Headquarters to review the progress of main infrastructure projects and central sector schemes. Supreme Court orders CBI and other probe agencies to share copies of charge sheets filed in 2023 Manipur violence cases to victims' families. And Chief Minister Kim Chan meets organizing committee of Shirui Festival to discuss successful conduct of Shirui Lily Festival this year. Now the news in detail. Former Union Minister Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan has called for geography-based delimitation exercise in Manipur, asserting that constituency boundaries should be drawn on the land, not on the people. He noted that the state's assembly map has remained unchanged since 1973, when it was framed on the basis of 1971 census, at a time when Manipur had around 11 lakh population and only 9 districts. Today, with an estimated population of over 33 lakh and 16 districts, the demographic and administrative realities have significantly evolved, yet 60 assembly constituencies continue under the old framework. He clarified that although Delimitation Commission was constituted in 2002, exercise in Manipur was deferred by a presidential order in February of 2008 due to security reasons, and the 1973 delimitation remains in force. Referring to the upcoming Census 2027, formally notified in June 2025, he said fresh enumeration would provide updated demographic data, including detailed caste and community figures, forming the constitutional basis for a new delimitation likely to begin in 2028. He also pointed out that 128th constitutional amendment on women's reservation mandates 1/3 reservation in assembly and parliamentary seats, which must align with the first delimitation after the census. Emphasizing transparency and public consultation, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan proposed reorganizing constituencies based on natural geographical zones, including Manipur Valley and 4 hill regions, instead of ethnic settlement patterns, and suggested that the assembly strength could be increased from 60 to 72 seats in proportion to population growth. He maintained that a fair, data-driven and geography-based delimitation is essential to ensure democratic balance and long-term stability in the state. Just and Fair Delimitation (JFD) continues to conduct discussions on issues of holding Census 2027 in Manipur with the aim to educate and evoke public opinion in the matter. A discussion program was also organized at Imphal East District's New Chekon Mandop today to deliberate on ramifications of census before identification of illegal immigrants in the state. Speaking on the sideline, convener of JFD, Jitendra Ningomba, has demanded MLAs and ministers in Manipur to take firm action to ensure illegal immigrants are detected through NRC or other mechanisms before the conduct of census exercise. While asserting that Manipur continues to face various issues due to influx of large number of illegal immigrants from porous borders, Jitendra Ningomba stressed on the need to postpone the census exercise, as this will benefit the illegal immigrants who have already settled in Manipur illegally. While expressing fear of indigenous communities becoming marginalized in the state, Jitendra Ningomba urged elected leaders of Manipur to stand resolute and to ensure NRC or alternate measures are taken up by pausing the census-related work for a while.
ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯀꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯡ ꯈꯛꯇꯪꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯀ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯁꯣꯛꯅꯗꯨꯅ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯇꯟꯖꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦꯕ ꯌꯦꯜꯍꯧꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯅꯨ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯨꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯤꯇꯣꯞ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯆꯠꯀꯗꯕ ꯆꯠꯂꯣꯏꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯍꯪꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯈꯪꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯨꯔꯒꯦ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝ ꯀꯟꯅꯅꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯁꯛꯇꯝ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯣꯛ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯥꯜꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯔꯣ ꯏꯃꯥꯍꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯔꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯕ ꯏꯁꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯤꯍꯩꯕꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯤꯇꯣꯞ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯌꯣꯝꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯁꯤꯅꯤ.
Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries, Bhupati Raju Srinivasa Verma, visited Nonit District Headquarters to review the progress of main infrastructure projects and central sector schemes. Arriving at Longmai Common Ground helipad from Imphal International Airport, it was received by Deputy Commissioner Vidya Marie Sridhar, SP Namsadai Peter Pamay, CMO Dr. Azin Maringmay, and other officials, along with a traditional welcome by Longmai 1 social and cultural dance troupe. During the visit, the minister inspected Primary Health Center None, interacted with medical staff, and distributed Ayushman cards under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana to beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, besides reviewing the construction of bridge number 164, touted as the world's tallest railway pier bridge under the Northeast Frontier Railway, and inaugurating a tree plantation drive organized by the 119 Infantry Battalion, Territorial Army, Assam. He also inspected the progress of National Highway number 37, Imphal-Jiribam Road up to Awangkhul, and works at Awangkhul Railway Station, later chairing a review meeting at the DC office with district officials, railways, and NHIDCL representatives before departing for Imphal. The Supreme Court on Thursday has asked the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, and other probe agencies to share copies of charge sheets filed in the 2023 Manipur ethnic violence cases to victims and their families. A bench of CJI Suryakant, Justice Joymala Bakji, and Justice Vipul Pancholi was hearing a batch of pleas on the issues of the trial of sexual violence cases that occurred during the Manipur ethnic crisis. The court held that victims or their families are entitled to copies of the charge sheets filed in their respective cases and directed the trial court in Guwahati to supply the charge sheets to them. The court noted that the victims or their families are not even aware of filing of the charge sheets because they are still staying in Manipur while the judicial proceedings have been transferred to the court of Guwahati, Assam. To facilitate participation in trial proceedings, the court directed the Manipur and Assam State Legal Services Authorities to appoint one legal aid lawyer who understands the local language or dialect for each victim or family member. It further directed that if a lawyer is appointed from Manipur, traveling and boarding expenses will be paid in addition to the fee under the legal aid rules, and the victim or one family member will also be entitled to travel to Guwahati to participate in a trial. The court also recommended that statements of victims or their family members be recorded virtually instead of requiring them to travel to Guwahati for deposition. Organizing Committee meeting of Shirui Festival 2026 was held today at the Chief Minister's Secretariat chaired by Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand. The meeting was attended by Ukhrul Assembly Constituency MLA Ram Moiva, Pungyar Assembly Constituency MLA Leshio Kaising, Chief Secretary P.K. Goel and other senior officials. The committee deliberated extensively on various activities and logistical arrangements to ensure smooth and successful conduct of Shirui Lily Festival this year, including cultural events, infrastructure and coordination among departments. In a post shared on his social media account, the Chief Minister stressed the importance of elevating Shirui Festival as a platform to promote love, harmony and unity among the indigenous communities of Manipur. He stated that the festival would help strengthen the bond between hill and valley people and reiterated government's responsibility to showcase state's unique culture and rich heritage to the world. Advisor of Peace Committee Kanglaipak Manipur PCKM Ningthemcha Sanayaima has stressed on the importance of safeguarding Umang Lai sites as a sacred congregation place for Meitei community. Sanayaima was speaking on the sidelines of a visit for financial assistance to development of Ibutho Nongdalairin Pakhangba Harau Sanglen in Kumbi Setupur Mayai Lekai today. Speaking further, Ningthemcha Sanayaima highlighted the significance of Umang Lai's sacred sites and stressed on the need to safeguard them. President of PCKM KH Rajesh, President of Thamnapopi Nupi Yaifamarup M Santibala, along with other members, took part in the visit.
Ako saktam da sing reiba mayama asi tengnabada asing saktam ngak thambagi mating matham ngaling zen amasung khoi mayam wakal apunba lingjen ado sagatnaba madu lengdena thamno dang ta tomse lakcharamani umam leiba mayam ase masi masak thokna khoi aduma fruit ni hapsa masak tak pungamna ase khoina sengpa sagatpa amasung leipaki aru wafam sing khanafam moiba aduga any matamgi sanariba adumba politics ichilamata sangdana khoi fruit ge adumba wakal khaktam wakal khaktam wafam sing khaktam khanafam moiba aseng hum when see have se pawya se myam business.
Services Federation MGSF today called on Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand and apprised the Chief Minister about issues and concerns faced by government employees. Speaking in this regard, President of Manipur Government Service Federation, Laishram Sarat, has informed that Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand has given assurance to look into the demands of government employees. Speaking to media persons after the meeting with the Chief Minister at his secretariat, Laishram Sarat maintained that demands including hike of dearness allowance DA to state government employee and dearness relief DR on par with central government employees, introduction of 8th pay commission, disbursement of dues for pensioners and increase of service retirement age from 60 years at present to 62 years were placed before the Chief Minister. While thanking Chief Minister Khemchand for acknowledging the demands of government employees, Sarat also sought cooperation from public in raising these demands until they are fulfilled. Members of Manipur State Pensioners Union and representatives from various government departments also took part in the meeting with Chief Minister.
Manipur Government Services Federation na anupa women sida karmachari ki grievances mayam se khana nabgi damakta matam to bibi dana ikoi mayam unajare maroi badi mansing diye hekadan ba diye se modi central government ki teraji thamna moraba thambi wa happing ba IPA ki commission ki mari ki recommendation implement tona ba thabo hobiro happening ba aga pension sing edu bidopio Sahi, retirement as 60 years or 62 years will be high. But searching for my Makan and I am the man, I am put on my way. I would say I go Tamdare. I don't know, I go in Sigani. High begin to have my way that I was imagining as a Canadian with having what they PD.
Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights MCPCR has identified serious irregularities in several unaided private schools across the state, citing violations of child rights and statutory norms. Chairperson Kaisam Pradeep Kumar stated that inspections revealed gross non-compliance with prescribed pupil-teacher ratio under the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act, with some classrooms accommodating 80 to 90 students under a single teacher, adversely affecting quality education and student well-being. The Commission also flagged instances of corporal punishment and bullying, absence of school counselors despite provisions under the National Education Policy, arbitrary issuance of transfer certificates, lack of grievance redressal mechanisms for teachers, and failure to constitute democratically elected parents and guardians associations as per guidelines of Central Board of Secondary Education. Directing strict compliance with norms, MCPCR called for appointment of counselors, formation of functional parents committees, and strengthening of monitoring mechanisms, warning that appropriate action would follow if violations persist. The center on Thursday appointed former Supreme Court Judge Balbir Singh Chauhan as the new chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry probing the ethnic violence that broke out in May in Manipur 2023. This follows resignation of the incumbent former Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court Ajay Lamba. Justice Chauhan will assume charge on March 1st, consequent upon the acceptance of Justice Lamba's resignation with effect from February 28. The Gazette notification issued by Home Ministry announced the appointment of former Supreme Court Judge Justice Balbir Singh Chauhan as the new chairman, while retired IAS officer Himanshu Shekhar Das and retired IPS officer Aloka Prabhakar will continue as members of the Commission. Two-day state-level National Science Day 2026, organized by Department of Education S, began at City Convention Center today. Former Coordinator, Physics, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Dr. KSH Jugeshwar, and Additional Director of Education S, Hills Dengmai Manglem, graced the opening program of National Science Day, which is being organized on the theme Women in Science Catalyzing Vikshit Bharat. A written science quiz competition was also conducted for students of class 9 to class 12. Speaking on the sideline, Dr. KSH Jugeshwar maintained that girls dominate on position holders for class 10 and 12 examinations. However, only 33% of women work in the field of science. India is making all efforts to ensure more participants in science. While emphasizing on the role of science in progress of a nation, Dr. Jugeshwar encouraged students to pursue science.
Male dominant society with the women dominant bagi women a pangam to the pangida mama adagi aduki marta namdana laga hoina amok society the contribution to mama Department of Science and Technology dagi mogi program amas mayama nupi खक्तगे ब प्रोग्राम के हापी रगा पी मसी क्रमाना प्रमोट तौनी साइंस क्रमाना प्रमोट तौनी अदुगा करमना नेशन द मोइना कंट्रीब्यूट तौनी हाबदो असिगी मतंग द तौगदो प्रोग्राम ने करम हाइना तौगन सोसाइटी द कंट्रीब्यूट तौनी क्लास 9 10 कोई 10 की बोर्ड एग्जाम 12 की बोर्ड एग्जाम द नुपी से अदुम टॉप वे असुम टॉप ओर कान द कमाइन तौई मतसुम साखलगा लेवल से वांखला मतम द कंट्रीब्यूशन वुमेन की कोई थेंगरिबा अखोई की लीडरशिप क्वालिटी अपन उम मतम द साइंस द 33% खतने ऑलरेडी 67% नंबदी नुपा अंगतगी ओरेन अंगांग ओरगन नुपी न परमगन नुपी में तो कदाई चक्रगे अदुगी मतंग द मोइन थेंगरिबा दुदा मोइन हायंग सोरकदबा पेरेंट्स मखैन वारिबा मखैद वादनबा इंडिया गवर्नमेंट करी प्रोग्राम तौरी अंगांग ओइन तौगदबसिन करिनो मोइन फंगद फैसिलिटी न करिनो तुंगद करी ओरपया ग्लोबल दन करी तौरी नंग ग्लोबल लममद चलगा तमगे हारगदी अखोय क्रम मफम द कर्म मतम द कर्म तमगदी अखोय द फ्री ओबिआई एंड तमे मफम दु कर्म माने चूज तौने हाबगे मतंग द हाबे डिस्कस तौगदबने गसी.
It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. 5-day-long Cybrella Youth Tech Fest 2026 of Nailit Imphal concluded at its Akampat campus today. General Manager of Babina Diagnostics, Kumbong Mayum Shamu Chandra Singh, scientist and head of academic, Dr. Angom Bubu, along with other eminent persons, attended the closing function. Speaking in the program, Dr. Angom Bubu highlighted the significance of organizing the Cybrella Youth Tech Fest on the theme Culture Meets Technology. He further maintained that the fest this year focused on esports and was attended by other institutions from Northeast region. Prizes were distributed to winners of various competitions at the closing function of the fest.
Manganishida Opena Satrana Anagadova, Hekaton Mumba, Regi Handaki Timsina, Culture Meet Technology, Haipigi, Timsida, Angang Sinsina, esports, development as well as Mogi Sanabada, Toy Young Nanabagi, professional. Stage the Porpoya Nabagi, Mochesi, Pantopani Opena, Sidesida, Okogi, Iramdam Manipur, Katang Natana, Mapangi, Northeast State Isu, Saruk Yaba, the Lai, Okogi Iramdam Deleba, Afa esports, Saknareba, Mimiam, Opena Kauraga, Moyi motivate Tonabagi, Su, Pena Sata Singsida, Ojin Pizari.
Maitay Irol Iyek Loy Nasilon Apun Balup Milal, along with all Manipur Working Journalists Union, Amju, and Editors Guild of Manipur, EGM, jointly held a meeting recently at Manipur Press Club and took 3 decisions. The press statement issued by Milal Public Secretary Soiba Marun Maitay stated that the meeting discussed on rate of newspaper subscribers during the current situation in Manipur. The 3-point resolution adopted during the meeting are evening dailies should publish some portions of news in Meitei Mayek script, and all daily newspapers should continue publication in Meitei Mayek as usual headlines to promote and encourage greater use of the script. Newspapers are urged to gradually expand pages. In a major push towards strengthening financial inclusion and business growth in Northeast, Punjab and Sindh Bank organized its first ever customer outreach program in Manipur at Imphal under its MSME, Agriculture and Retail Enterprises campaign for February, during which loans amounting to around 36 crore rupees were sanctioned and disbursed to beneficiaries across MSME, Agriculture and Retail segments, with sanction letters formally handed over to approved customers. The program was attended by Bank's General Manager Satbir Singh Sethi, who specially visited from Delhi, along with Zonal Manager Prabhakar Mazumdar, Deputy Zonal Manager M. Kennedy, senior officials, entrepreneurs, and customers, who highlighted the bank's commitment to providing need-based financial solutions at competitive rates and said that organizing such an outreach event in the state for the first time reflects its focused approach to expanding presence, strengthening credit flow, and promoting entrepreneurship and employment generation in Manipur. Vice Chancellor of Manipur University, Professor Naurem Lokendra, has reaffirmed the crucial role of youths in taking the nation forward in making India realize its dream of Vikshit Bharat in 2047. The Vice Chancellor was speaking during launch of district-level Vikshit Bharat Youth Parliament 2026 for Imphal West District at Manipur University Senate Hall today. Retired Lieutenant General Konsam Himalaya, Dean of Students' Welfare, MU, Professor C.H. Ibohal, along with students and other eminent persons, graced the program, which was jointly organized by NSS Cell Manipur University and My Bharat Imphal West. Speaking further in the program, Vice Chancellor Lokendra highlighted the significance of holding Vikshit Bharat Youth Parliament under the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Through this youth parliament, government aims to understand the aspirations of youths in the district, state level and national level so that India moves towards empowering its youths who are between the ages of 18 and 25 and to help them play active part in nation building.
The main objectives of this program is to hear the voice of youths between 18 and 25 years of age through deliberations at district, state and national level. To encourage the youth with public issues, understand the government's point of view, hone their opinions and express them in an articulate manner. To develop and enhance decision-making abilities, to develop in them respect and tolerance for the views of others, to develop among the youths an understanding that respects for rules is essential for conducting any discussion systematically and effectively, to obtain and document their opinion on the vision of Viksit Bharat, and finally to make their views available to policymakers and implementers to take it forward.
Dhanamandjuri University and My Bharat Imphal East District, under the aegis of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, jointly organized Imphal East District level Viksit Bharat Youth Parliament VBYP 2026 at Library Hall of GP Women's College today. Former Vice Chancellor of DM University, Professor N. Raj Mohan, Principal of GP Women's College, Professor L. Rajan, and Program Coordinator of DM University NSSL and Nodal Officer of VBYP Imphal East District, K. Sanaton, attended the program, which was organized on the theme 50 Years of Emergency, Lessons for Indian Democracy. Speaking in the program, K. Sanaton Sarma expressed confidence that youths will be empowered to play a big role in nation building, and they will be able to highlight their views and opinions through this parliament.
Within this month of February, the district level election state level the assembly among the five participants asi lapat saraga state level national level state three participants first, second, third national level New Delhi parliament
The 8th General Conference of Paumai Naga Nautumai May BNNM is underway at Senapati District Headquarters from February 26 to 28 under the theme Ignite Your Sparkle, bringing together women leaders and delegates from Paumai inhabited regions in a celebration to identify identity and unity. The conference was attended by Temjen Imna Along, Siel Hautuo Rutso, and Mamoni Dole. The conference comprised vibrant cultural performances, indigenous craft demonstrations, and traditional attire displays. In her address, BNNM President P. Delila Pao called for unity, reconciliation, and stronger participation of women in socio-cultural, economic, and political spheres, while speakers emphasized preservation of Naga identity, women's empowerment, improved maternal health care, and economic self-reliance through education and collective support. Social worker Laitonjam Jayananda has stated that people of all castes, communities, and groups should live together in love and harmony, rising above divisions. This statement was made during the Ramadan observance and distribution of iftar gifts held at Kabaisoi Komidok. After the prayers, Jayananda, speaking to media persons, stated that he visited 16 mosques in Kurai Assembly constituency area to offer prayers and participated in iftar. He further noted that even though there are differences in religious beliefs, everyone should unite, avoid divisions, and live in love and harmony.
Machin Manao Webagi, Himinar-Pagi, Yumlon Kaironaba, Himinarapa, Inaba Matalataba, Nushichanaba, and the Gihonga, their Paipugi Matam, the Gilapadu, Nushiba dog. Hena Hena, Mara Sesanba, Hena Hena, Nushinabadu, Hekalanba, Werasanu Haidana, Mayang from the Iju, Puna, Pyramidasi, Duato Minasi, Venana, Hosiki Matamgi, Yamna Nabaki Vaitare, hatred politics, Razatida, Amaga. Tanglong masin sinadana konadaba tawrpa khudimak aikoi mapugi thawjaldagi haiba punamak to loina makmana ngapthokpidana mana tainabidana adugumba nungsinadaba haiba poto amata leitaba nungsi chanana himinaba anti leiba adugumba lamdam ama koinanama akoi punna doa tongminasi haiba wakallamdo ai mayang thamjari.
Security forces conducted a series of coordinated operations on February 25 and 26, arresting several active cadres linked to prescribed insurgent outfits across Imphal East, Imphal West, and Thawbal districts. On February 25, an alleged extortionist and active cadre of PLA, the armed wing of RPF, identified as Moirangthem Jenison Singh, alias Ahenba, alias Naubi, 26 years of age, of Wangjing Sorokhaibam Laikai, Thobal district, was apprehended from Koirengai Manung Laikon Lairak under Haingang police station in Imphal East district. 3 RPF PLA Foundation Day banners and 2 mobile phones were seized from their possession. On the same day, 2 more RPF PLA cadres identified as Thingo Mahenjit, alias Anau, 22 years of age, of Yangang Popi, Awang Laikai, and Ngangbom Derek Singh, 20 years of age, of Soibam Laikai, Wangkai Kuno, were arrested from Yangang Popi area under Yangang Popi police station. Security personnel recovered 1 number 36 hand grenade, 1 detonator, 10 live rounds of ammunition of different calibers, and 2 mobile phones from them. On February 26, security forces arrested an active cadre of People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak Pripak Pro, Thokchom Raj, 25 years of age, alias Ibungo, of Wangjing Lamding Thokchom Laikai in Thobal district from Ghari area under Lamphel police station in Imphal West district. A mobile phone and an Aadhaar card were seized from his possession. In a separate operation on same day, an active cadre of the Kangleipak Communist Party PSC, identified as Prithibiraj Moirangthem, alias 3B, 26 years of age, of Khongman Zone 3, Laisham Lairak, Imphal East district, was arrested from his residence under Irilbung police station. Proscribed People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak Progressive has strongly refuted claims of Manipur over arrest of Thokchom Raj, alias Ibungo, on February 26 from Ghari area under Lamphel police station. A press release issued by Assistant Publicity Secretary Pripak Pro L. Ningsingba stated that Thokchom Raj, alias Ibungo, 25 years of age, son of late T.H. Suranjoy and Lembi Devi from Thokchom Laikai, Wangjing Lamding, is not related with Pripak Pro and its armed wing, Red Army. Tribal Youth Council Manipur TYCM has stated that it will convene a Central Executive Council meeting on February 28 following completion of its 1-month ultimatum served to Government of Manipur for commencement of functioning of Tribal Girls Hostel at Old Lambulen, Imphal. The ultimatum, issued on January 28 of 2026 prior to the formation of popular government, had also been formally acknowledged by the present Chief Minister. TYCM recalled that the hostel had been occupied by paramilitary forces since May 3rd of 2023 after the outbreak of violence and was vacated by the government on September 20 of 2025. Despite subsequent representations submitted by TYCM Women and Child Wing to the Director and Additional Chief Secretary of Tribal Affairs and Hill Department in November and December 2025 seeking operationalization of the hostel, the facility remains non-functional. TYCM highlighted that tribal girl students from far-flung and remote areas continue to stay in rented accommodations in Imphal, placing heavy financial strain on their parents, mostly dependent on paddy cultivation, and cautioned that failure to make the hostel functional would render its very purpose meaningless. Manipuri Library and Research Center, Bhanubil, Bangladesh, observed 74th birth anniversary of renowned writer of Bangladesh, A.K. Seram, with presentation of Leichombam Rajendra Memorial Lifetime Achievement Award 2026 to renowned writer Yaiskul Khairakpam during a program that was held at Lakshmi Narayan Mandap, Bhanubilda today. The event also witnessed book release of lyrics book titled Thamoigi Manin, written by Ayekbam Anju, and another book titled Bangladesh Ki Laimaida, written by Umabati Thokpam. President of Bangladesh Manipuri Sahitya Sangsad BANSAS Bisgon Branch Kavi Khoirom Kamini, Patriotic Writers Forum PAWF Manipur Secretary Rakesh Naurem, BAMSAS Kamalganj Branch President Laifrakpam Ibungohal Shamlal, Bangladesh Manipuri Sahitya Sangsad Central Committee Vice President L. Prashanta Kumar and Chingtham Sangeeta attended the program. During the program, speakers remembered the prolific literature work of A.K. Seram. And finally, the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Lamphelpat, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 25.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 10.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 91% in the morning and 36% in the evening. The headlines once again. Former Union Minister Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan urges to draw lines on land, not on people, calls for geography-based delimitation in Manipur. Just and Fair Delimitation JFD continues to conduct discussion on issues of holding Census 2027 in Manipur with the aim to educate and invoke public opinion in the matter. Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries Bhupati Raju Srinivasa Verma visited None District Headquarters to review the progress of main infrastructure projects and central sector schemes. Supreme Court orders CBI and other probe agencies to share copies of charge sheets filed in 2023 Manipur violence cases to victims' families. And Chief Minister Kim Chan meets Organizing Committee of Sidui Festival to discuss successful conduct of Sidui Lily Festival this year. That is all the news we have for now. Thank you for watching SKTV News. Have a good night.